Asterisk, the small auto repair shop sat at the edge of a quiet American town, barely noticed by passing cars. Inside, Daniel worked late, grease on his hands and exhaustion in his bones. He was a poor mechanic, known for fixing what others gave up on. One evening, a luxury car stopped outside, completely out of place. A well-dressed woman stepped out, her eyes tired yet desperate. In the back seat sat her young daughter, silent and motionless. The woman explained her car was broken, but what truly brought her there was hope she no longer trusted. Asterisk. The woman was a billionaire business leader. Though Daniel did not recognize her, wealth had failed her where money mattered most. Her daughter had lost movement in her legs after an accident, and specialists across the country had offered nothing but acceptance of limits. The girl loved machines, loved watching things work. On a whim, the mother had brought her to the garage, thinking it might distract her. Daniel listened quietly, nodding, never staring with pity, only respect. Asterisk. While repairing the car, Daniel noticed the girl, watching his hands closely. He spoke to her gently, explaining how small adjustments could change everything. She smiled faintly. Something stirred in Daniel's mind. Years ago, he had built custom mechanical tools for injured veterans using scraps. An idea formed, not bold, not miraculous, just honest effort. He asked the mother for permission to try something experimental, warning there were no promises. With nothing left to lose, she agreed, her voice barely steady. Asterisk. Over the next weeks, Daniel worked after hours, using spare parts and borrowed materials. He designed a simple mechanical support device, lightweight and adjustable, meant to help the girl shift her weight and engage muscles doctors had given up on. He never charged $1. The mother offered money repeatedly, but Daniel refused. He said some things mattered more than payment. The girl visited daily, encouraging him with questions and laughter that slowly filled the shop with life. Asterisk. The day came to test the device. The shop was quiet, sunlight filtering through dusty windows. Daniel carefully fitted the supports, explaining every step to the girl, so she felt in control. Her mother stood frozen, afraid to hope. With Daniel's steady guidance, the girl placed her hands on the workbench and slowly pushed upward. Her legs trembled. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, impossibly, she stood, not perfectly, not easily, but truly standing. Asterisk. The mother gasped, hands flying to her mouth. Tears streamed down her face as she watched her daughter take a small step forward. The girl laughed, a sound filled with disbelief and joy. Daniel stepped back, giving them space, his eyes wet but proud. This was not a medical miracle, not magic. It was patience, understanding, and care. But to that mother, it felt like the world had finally shown mercy. Asterisk. News spread quickly. Doctors came, journalists called, and investors appeared, offering Daniel contracts and money beyond imagination. He declined most offers, agreeing only to share his designs freely with hospitals and rehabilitation centers. The billionaire mother offered to change his life forever. Daniel thanked her, but asked only that she fund free workshops for injured children. She agreed without hesitation, realizing that true wealth was finally being used right. Asterisk. The girl continued therapy, growing stronger each month. Some days were hard, some painful, but she never gave up. Daniel became a mentor, teaching her how machines worked, how failure was just another adjustment waiting to be made. Her mother watched them, understanding that what healed her daughter was not only movement, but dignity and belief. She broke down often, not from sadness, but gratitude she could never fully express. Asterisk. One evening, as the shop closed, the mother returned alone. She told Daniel that despite all her power, she had never felt so helpless as when her child suffered. She thanked him for reminding her that compassion could do what money could not. Daniel simply nodded, uncomfortable with praise. He said helping someone stand was the least any human could do for another. Asterisk. Years later, the shop was larger, still humble, still open to anyone in need. The girl walked in on her own, stronger now, confident. The billionaire mother smiled through tears, remembering the day hope returned. And Daniel, the poor mechanic, continued his work quietly, proving that miracles are not born from wealth or fame, but from hands willing to try when others walk away.